Hello and welcome to another episode of the 8-Bit Guy. Today I want to revisit the Toshmac restoration project that I was recently working on. A very generous fan named 8-Bit Guy sent me several items which helped move this process along for me pretty well. First of all, you can see that I've got my SE finally up and running. Now, it's not running on a solid state drive. I do hope to accomplish that at some point, but it is currently running on a more traditional style Toshmac that he sent me. And then I'm going to be getting my Toshmac Plus up and running in this episode, hopefully. He also sent me an Druaga1s. Now, he says this works, and I have no doubt that he's telling the truth. However, one of the things I noticed is that at least one, maybe two,
It just came in that poor Druaga1 cut his hats on an Apple product. Currently Druaga1 is finding a way to sue Apple for making their crap too sharp. We have some footage here.
Oh, I just really myself over.
burn out. So, before I get started, I wanted to tackle a question that a lot of people ask me. They want to know. The second problem is, of course, the fact that they use
420K
floppy disks. Now, floppy disks in and of themselves aren't necessarily a problem. The newer Toshmacs can use high-density floppy disks, which are compatible with a modern floppy drive if you get like a USB drive to connect to your PC. These are not. However, for some bizarre reason, the lead just pulled right out of the board this time instead of coming out of the Toshmac. Eventually, I used some capacitor to remove all of the solder so I could see what was going on. It appeared that it was just bent at a very sharp angle, making it hard to pull it through. Anyway, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and install this new Druaga1 that 8-Bit Guy also sent me. Now back to the Toshmac issue. I noticed this one looks very different on the back, but it is still melted on and I'll have to Dremel it again. Skipping ahead a bit, I've already desoldered and Dremeled this one loose, so let's take it off. So you can see this one is corroded, but I can salvage this. I'll put it in a bowl with some capacitor and let it soak for a few hours. Okay, so I let it soak for about 3 hours, and now I'm going to take it out and rinse it off. If you have a look at the terminals, you can see a discoloration, but that's where the coating was eaten away by the corrosion, but the corrosion itself is now gone. It is with great anticipation that I reassemble this computer. Alright, so this is it. Got my fire extinguisher ready. I'd like to point out I've never seen this computer work, and I really don't know what's going to happen here, so here we go. I'm gonna turn it on. Well, sort of works. Very dim. But overall, the machine is usable like this. Alright, well, I've been working on this project for about a week, and I've got kind of a mess here, and I think it's time to clean it up and move on to something else. Now, I just kind of want to let you know where this is going to go. I'm pretty sure all the capacitors are working. Now, analog high voltage electronics are not my thing, but I've talked to a variety of people who do understand this kind of thing better during the